For the next 100 days, I'm gonna be Spider-Man in Minecraft. Do I have what it takes to become an Avenger, upgrade my super suit, and take down the terrifying monster Venom? You'll just have to watch till the end to find out. On day 1, I spawned into the world as a normal dude. Honestly, it's weird being a human. Suddenly, Spider-Man and Venom landed in front of me.
One spider bite might have made you stronger, Spider-Man, but another will surely kill you.
Says the guy who can't handle a little alien goo.
While I was distracted, one of the weird spiders ran up and bit me. Ow!
We'll make you regret that.
Venom lunged forward and made a powerful blow that fatally wounded Spider-Man.
Now that you are smushed, nothing will stop us in our quest to take over the world.
Venom left, leaving me and Spider-Man alone. I ran up to him quickly. Hey, are you okay?
Wait a second, kid. You're like me.
No, I'm not. I'm Max. I'm usually an animal.
I don't know what that means, but listen closely. Your life is about to turn upside down. Literally. You need to prepare for it.
What? What do you mean?
Take my suit and continue my legacy. You're the last hope in defeating Venom.
Spider-Man then died, leaving me scared and confused. I began to walk away, but I started to feel dizzy and passed out. I don't feel so good. On day 2, I woke up and felt amazing. I also noticed a strange object in my inventory. What's this? Whatever. I also found the Spider-Man suit and decided I might as well put it on. And with that, I guess I was the new Spider-Man. I'm scared. After trying on the new suit, I realized that it was already day 2 and I wasn't prepared at all. Time to gather some materials. First, I punched some trees and used the wood I gathered to make a crafting bench and wooden tools. Next, I decided to go mining and made sure to gather tons of cobblestone. After I had what I needed, I upgraded to stone tools. I think I'm starting to get the hang of this survival thing. I continued to explore when suddenly I accidentally shot a web on a mountain. What the? Ah! I went flying towards it and landed at the peak. What in the world? How did I do that? On day 3, I started cutting down all the trees on top of the mountain. After, I started building my superhero house. If I'm supposed to take Spider-Man's place, this spot would serve as a good vantage point. I made sure to build it nice and tall. While placing down blocks, I accidentally climbed up the side of the house. Whoa, how did I do that? I finished up the build and admired it from the ground. Looking good so far. After I finished building, I felt my hunger coming on and decided to look for something to eat. While I was exploring, I found a woman being mugged by an Enderman thug.
Give me back my purse!
If you want it, come and get it. Oh wait, you can't reach.
I felt scared, but I had to do something. You're Spider-Man. You're Spider-Man. Come on. I built up the courage and confronted the thug. Hey you! Leave that woman alone!
You gotta be kidding me! You're just a wannabe superhero!
We'll see about that. We began fighting, and to my surprise, I was amazing. Is it seriously only day 3? After some fighting, I managed to scare him off with my webs.
Thank you so much, young man. How can I repay you?
Just in a day's work, ma'am. But actually, if you have some food, that would be amazing.
Not a problem.
She started to give me tons of different food as well as seeds. You had all of this food just on you?
You never know when hunger will strike.
Good point. On days 4 through 7, I decided to go mining. While digging, I found some coal and iron. Sweet! I headed back home and crafted a furnace to smelt the iron I just mined. Afterwards, I used my new ingots to craft an iron pickaxe and bucket. With my new tools and the seeds I had received, I decided to start a garden. I set off to get some water from a nearby stream. Next, I returned to my base, where I dug out some trenches and filled them with the water I had just retrieved. Lastly, I tilled the garden and planted my new seeds. Perfect! With my garden done, I decided to practice my web swinging. Okay, Max, you got this. I swung my arms forward, but nothing happened. I gave it one more try, and I shot out a web. That's more like it. I then found a ravine and began swinging freely. Woohoo! On days 8 through 11, I crafted an iron axe and set off to gather some more materials. I started by chopping down a variety of trees. Once I had gathered enough, I tried out the new wood on the base to give it some flair. I planned to make it both above and underground. I continued to build, adding both to the top and beginning the underground entrance. It looks like a house with a hat. Not too shabby. As I was wrapping up, I heard an explosion in the distance. What was that? Better go investigate. I set off to find the source of the noise and discovered Iron Man blowing stuff up.
This new tracking system is working better than expected, Jarvis.
Very good, sir.
I decided to go talk to him. Hey there!
Who are you?
Suddenly, he began attacking me. Ah! What did I do?
You don't have the same DNA makeup as Peter. You're an imposter.
I had no choice but to fight. I tried to web swing out of the way of his attacks, but he was far too powerful. Please stop! Spider-Man told me to take his mantle before passing. Suddenly, he stopped.
The kid's dead? Dang.
I know this may be a bad time, but do you want to come back to my base? I could use another set of hands.
Sure, kid. If Peter trusts you, then I'll help you out.
Perfect! I'll call you Mr. Stark.
Well, yeah, you should. That's my name.
On days 12 through 15, I returned back to the base with Mr. Stark.
This is very rustic. I'm more of an Art Deco man myself.
It's a work in progress.
It'll do for now. I'll stay with you for a while until you get your new powers fully developed.
Awesome! With Iron Man joining my cause, I quickly built him a room to stay in.
This place stinks, but it's a start.
After getting Mr. Stark settled in, he said he had a mission for me.
Venom spider minions are terrorizing a nearby town. Go save it.
You can count on me! I used my web swinging to travel to the town and found the whole place covered with spiders. I sprang into action and quickly began to shoot down the spider army with my web shooter. This doesn't really seem like something Spider-Man would do. Oh well, die, spider freaks! The battle was tough, but luckily an Iron Golem joined to help out. Thanks, dude! With our combined efforts, we managed to finish them off. Maybe I'm not so bad at this superhero thing.
Oh, thank you for saving the village. Please, take this herd of sheep as a gift.
Oh, thanks. I'll take good care of them. With my mission complete, I headed back home. On days 16 through 19, I made some fences and then built a pen for the sheep. As a thank you, they gave me some wool. You guys just carry extra wool around? I then made myself and Mr. Stark a bed. Here you go, sir. While in his room, I noticed he had spruced the place up quite a bit. I needed to add on to mine more. I swung off of Mr. Stark's balcony to a nearby forest and started chopping down some trees. I then found a cave, mining a ton of stone, coal, and even some iron. With my new materials, I returned home and crafted some more furnaces. Afterwards, I added them into my base, creating a furnace room. I used them to smelt cobblestone into stone and finally craft the stone into stone bricks. It's building time! I started adding more to the base, including a watchtower to keep an eye on bad guys. I wanted to build more, but it started to rain, so I decided to call it a night. On days 20 through 23, I was woken up by a loud boom. What in the world? I peeked outside to find thunder and lightning striking in the distance. I decided to check it out and traveled towards the disturbance. Once I arrived, I found Thor flying around and killing swarms of spiders and a frost giant. Holy schmoly! It's Thor! It was amazing to watch him fight. I knew I had to help him, so I jumped into battle. We fought together side by side. It was incredible!
Be careful, boy. My lightning is unpredictable.
Don't worry, I'm watching out. I woke up in my bed, and Thor was standing right in front of me.
You need to be more careful. Lightning is a powerful and erratic element.
Sorry, sir.
Those webs will not get you very far. Take this.
He gave me a frost giant's fang. Ew, where did you get this?
It was my trophy for defeating those spider foes in battle. Use it wisely.
Thanks, Thor. He flew off, leaving me at the base. On days 24 through 28, I decided to explore some more and practice more web swinging while I'm at it. I think I'm starting to get the hang of this. During my travels, I discovered a radioactive area covered in glowing ore and goo. Whoa, don't want to get too close to that. Suddenly, Mr. Stark arrived from above.
Help me mine some of this stuff, kid. We could use it.
Isn't that dangerous?
We got super suits on. We'll be fine.
I reluctantly started to mine up all the ore in the area and gave it to Mr. Stark. Here you go, sir.
Thanks. I actually have something to give you.
He handed me an updated set of Spider-Man armor and a double web swing. Wow, this is awesome! first, I tried out the double web swing, which allowed me to shoot 2 webs at once. So cool! After that, I went ahead and tried on the new suit and gained 5 hearts.
Looking good, kid.
This is great, but what's with this blue thing on the back of my head?
It's an AI I built for you.
Hello, Max.
Ah! Someone's in my head!
You'll get used to it.
After our exchange, Mr. Stark flew back to the base. On days 29 through 31, I began to web swing back home when I spotted Venom chatting with one of his goons. I decided to listen in on their conversation in hope of getting some valuable information.
We've returned with the staff, sir.
Excellent. Then the preparations are nearly complete. We won't stop until every creature has been exposed to a symbiote.
Yeah. And with that pesky Captain America captured, there's one less person to stop us.
Oh no! Okay, how am I gonna save Cap? After finishing their conversation, the two of them left in separate directions. I decided to follow the goon in hopes of getting some more information. Sneak attack! I used my web shooter to trap the goon in webs so he couldn't move. I heard you talking to your boss. Where are you keeping Captain America?
Nuh-uh. I ain't talking to a twerp like you.
Then you leave me no choice.
Okay, I'll talk.
Oh, that was easier than I thought. He handed me a map that led to Captain America's location. Sweet. Thanks. With my new intel, I headed back home to regroup for my rescue mission. On days 32 through 35, I began to make the necessary preparations to save Captain America. I told Mr. Stark about the information I had gotten and that I would need a stronger suit to face Venom's minions.
I can't believe they caught Cap. I'll upgrade your suit, but I need redstone to do it.
Okay, I'll go searching for it now. I got to mining and found plenty of redstone for Mr. Stark's upgrades. Red really is my color.
I scanned the area and found diamonds in your proximity.
I searched around, and Karen was right. Score! Thanks, Karen.
Of course, Max.
With my new loot, I returned home to Mr. Stark and gave him the materials he had asked for.
Kid. I'll start working on some upgrades now.
Thanks! While Mr. Stark was working, I decided to do a few things at the base. First, I made a diamond pickaxe. Second, I harvested some crops. Yummy! Afterwards, I fortified the base further by adding some fencing around the perimeter. Suddenly, though, a swarm of tarantula hawks attacked my base. Good thing I secured it. It's fighting time. I began to take out each mob one by one, but they were fast and could fly.
Let me help, kid.
Mr. Stark shot out a huge laser beam out of his arc reactor, decimating some of the mobs. Awesome! We each continued to fight the tarantula hawks. To keep my distance, I attached onto the base and used my web shooter. After a lot of fighting, we slayed the final bug. I decided to get some rest. Tomorrow, I save Captain America. On days 36 through 37, with the necessary preparations made, I headed out to save Captain America. On the way, I passed by a young villager. No, I'm just your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I continued to follow the map until I finally reached a hideout. Inside, Captain America was trapped in a cage.
I'll figure out a way to get out of here eventually.
No way! Those are premium grade vibranium bars!
Maybe he just needs some help. I made the jump on the goon and began to attack him with my web shooter. He retaliated, breaking a meteor and unleashing symbiotes all over the place.
A gift from Venom!
He tried to fight me with his symbiote army, but I managed to scare him off. However, the entire army remained. I began attacking them, but despite their size, they were strong. They overpowered me. Ah! What's happening? Suddenly, my suit turned black and the rest of the symbiotes died. I even gained 5 hearts. Whoa. I feel good.
Are you okay?
I think so. I broke out Captain America by digging a hole for him to escape. With Cap freed, we headed back to the base to regroup. On days 38 through 41, I arrived home with Captain America.
Thank you for your bravery, Max. I want to give you something.
He gave me some vibranium.
Maybe you can make use of this.
Whoa, thanks. By the way, if you need a place to stay, you're welcome to crash here.
I think that's a great idea.
With the agreements made, I started working on Captain America's room. I built the basic structure first. Not campy enough. I decided to grab some wool from the sheep, as well as red and blue flowers. After gathering my materials, I dyed the carpet and added a fun pattern to Cap's room.
This looks great.
After Cap was settled in, I decided to check in on Mr. Stark. Hey, Cap gave me some vibranium. I thought maybe it could be useful.
I'll add it to your new suit. Speaking of suits, yours is black now. Are you feeling okay?
Don't worry, I'm fine. On day 42, my vision was being obscured by black webs. Where am I? I focused and made out a Venomized Spider-Man and normal Spider-Man fighting in the distance. Hey, stop! Despite my pleas, the two of them continued. I watched in horror as the Venomized Spider-Man overtook the other one. Suddenly, he transformed into Venom. No.
There's nowhere to hide, Spider-Man. We are one. We are Venom.
No! I woke up in a cold sweat. I better get this suit off. I began to experiment with different things to remove the symbiote. First, I tried jumping in some water.
Now it's just cold.
Next, I tried to cover myself in sand. Nope. Third, I tried to get animals to chew it off. Stop, that tickles! Finally, I tried fire, and the symbiote fell off my suit, returning it back to normal. Yes! But also, ow! So, fire is their weakness. On days 43 through 47, I decided to go web swinging for a bit to get Venom off my mind, and maybe have a bit of fun. During my travels, I stumbled upon a giant city. Holy cow! Where did this come from? Despite the surprise, tall buildings were perfect for swinging. I decided to make my way to the top of one and enjoy the view. This is nice. Suddenly, I heard screaming in the distance.
Somebody help!
Uh-oh. Sounds like trouble. I decided to go check it out and discovered a giant sand tornado destroying the city. Not today. I sprang into action and began to fight him off, and he was tougher than anything else I had fought before.
Back down, Peter Parker. This city belongs to the Sandman now.
I'm not Peter. I'm Max. I used everything at my disposal, including my web swing, web shooter, and Frost Giant's Fang to take him down. All the while, I was also saving civilians. But despite my efforts, none of it was enough. I got knocked back. What am I supposed to do? Suddenly, I heard a small voice next to me. Huh? What was that?
Over here!
Oh, Ant-Man?
The one and only. Need some help?
Yes, please. The two of us jumped back into the fray. I went back to shooting webs from afar, while Ant-Man was taking him down from the inside. With our combined power, we finally took him down. Thanks for all your help.
Of course! Too bad my hideout got destroyed by Venom.
I've actually been recruiting Avengers if you'd like to join.
Would I ever?
On days 48 through 51, I returned to the base with Ant-Man and started working on a small room for him.
You know I'm a normal-sized dude, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you'd like it.
You're totally right. I love it.
I was thinking about my base when suddenly I had an idea. I'm gonna make it look like Avengers Tower. First, I went mining for tons of cobblestone, as well as tons of sand. Second, I smelted the sand, turning it into glass. Next, I grabbed tons of cornflowers and turned the glass blue stained. Finally, I converted the bottom floor into stone. I also made sure to expand it outward so it would be more spacious. This is gonna take a while, but it's gonna be great. On days 52 through 55, I decided I was tired of eating veggies. I wanted some meat. I went out and found a group of cows, which I killed for their beef. Sorry guys, you're just too tasty. I went back home and cooked them up in my furnace. However, right as I was about to eat, Mr. Stark walked up to me.
It's time to train, kiddo.
Right now? I'm about to eat lunch.
Bring it with you. If you train well enough, maybe I can give you a sneak peek to what I'm working on.
Oh boy, I'm in! He took me to a giant blue room. Whoa, but how is this gonna help me train?
Jarvis, activate Hollow Program 565.
Yes, sir.
All of a sudden, buildings began to build from the ground like magic.
Okay, kid, this is your first test. You know what to do.
I began to swing from building to building until I finally made it to the end.
Great work, kid. Jarvis, activate Hollow Program 343.
Suddenly, crazy birds appeared. I began test 2. I swung from building to building while fighting off the birds, but they were crazy strong. They shot out balls of sludge at me and even dodged my attacks. Unfortunately, the test ended in defeat. I'm sorry, Mr. Stark. I failed.
Yeah, a little bit, but that's okay, Max. Spider-Man's friendly neighborhood wasn't built in a day.
Can I still see a sneak peek of the armor?
Sure.
On days 56 through 59, Mr. Stark took me into his lab.
I present the leggings of your new suit.
Wow! They look great. What's so special about them, though?
Besides the nanotech, advanced artificial intelligence, and ultra-flexible yet indestructible material.
Whoa, that was a lot of big words.
I'm glad you like them, kid. They'll be done soon. You'll just have to wait a little longer to put it on.
I can't wait! After my sneak peek, I decided to do some more building. I used my smooth stone bricks, and glass to convert the second floor of my base to look more like Avengers Tower. After I finished building, Ant-Man walked up to me.
Hey kid, catch!
Suddenly, I shrank super small. Whoa, what was that for?
I got a mission, and I need your help. You in?
Of course! On days 60 through 62, I followed Ant-Man through an underground tunnel. While we were there, we passed by giant ants. Hello! We kept walking, where Ant-Man led me to a hole in the wall. Inside was a swarm of symbiotes.
These guys are scaring my ant buddies. We gotta do something about this.
I have an idea. We use fire. I left the tunnel, going back home to grab some flint and steel. After, I quickly headed back to meet Ant-Man.
Flame on?
Flame on! I used my flint and steel, and it worked! The symbiotes went up in flames! Burn, baby, burn! After setting tons of fires, all the symbiotes died.
Good job, kid. Keep it up, and Tony might just make you an Avenger.
Whoa, really? I would love that so much! On days 63 through 66, I sought out a beach. I wanted a lot of terracotta, so I grabbed as much clay as I could. After mining tons of the stuff, I started to head back home. On the way, I heard scared meowing in the distance. I investigated, discovering a cute little cat stuck in a tree. Oh no, little guy, I'll help you. I swung up to the top of the tree and grabbed the cat. When I turned around though, a tiger was staring at me. Ah! We gotta go! I swung down and the tiger started to chase me. I kept my calm and continued running, evading the tiger.
I was just gonna ask for an autograph.
Once we were to safety, I dropped the cat to the ground. Hey, do you want to stay at our base? We could always use a team pet. On days 67 through 70, I talked with Iron Man more about my suit. Do you think it would be possible to add some sort of fire ability to the next iteration?
Say no more, but only if you fix up my part of the base. It's making me sad to look at.
Okay, Mr. Stark, you got a deal. He tossed me over some materials that I can add to his room, and I got to work. I converted Mr. Stark's room to be a part of the Avengers Tower, while also adding a few personal touches. After a ton of work, Iron Man's floor was officially complete.
Ah, much better. Now, your armor as promised.
He put the new chest piece on an armor stand, and it was amazing.
I also added the fire aspect you asked for.
It looks incredible, but I want it now.
Alright, calm down. Here, take this.
He tossed me an upgraded web shooter that shoots faster and does even more damage. I tested it out on some zombies, and it was super effective. I love this thing! On days 71 through 74, I went exploring and noticed Thor's hammer on the ground. Did Thor drop this? I tried to pick it up, but I couldn't. Ugh! Why won't you budge?
It is because you are not worthy.
Well, how do I become worthy?
There's no straight answer I can give you, son. But we can start with some training.
Awesome! We started training by staking out a mutant skeleton's camp.
These fiends have ravaged nearby villages, destroyed crops and livestock. We need to put that to an end.
Then let's do it! The two of us jumped into battle, but even with my previous training, they were tough. I tried to slow him down by shooting my webs. Meanwhile, Thor did major damage with his lightning attacks. Dang, he is so cool. I made sure to keep my distance from his lightning this time and continued to wail on the giants. After a ton of fighting, we managed to defeat them all.
Excellent work, Max.
So am I worthy now?
Not yet, but we'll train again soon, and maybe then you will be.
On days 75 through 78, I showed Thor our progress in Avengers Tower.
It looks fantastic, Max. Fit for a god.
Would you want to stay here? Tons of other Avengers do. He said he'd love to, so I started building right away. I continued adding on blue stained glass, as well as stone bricks. Once the foundation was down, I worked on the interior, adding accent blocks to fit Thor's Asgardian roots.
Where did you get all this gold?
Mr. Stark.
Oh yeah, that guy's loaded. Well, it looks great.
After showing Thor's room, I continued to build, converting the watchtower floor to be more Avengery. Awesome! After changing Cap's room, this place will be almost done. On days 79 through 81, I went looking for some bad guys, so I could impress Mr. Stark. Hello? Bad guys! I was about to give up, when suddenly I spotted Venom in the distance. Everything around him had turned black, and symbiotes were everywhere.
My power grows every day. Soon, with the power of this staff, I will infest the entire planet with my symbiotes.
Not on my watch!
If Peter Parker couldn't kill me, you definitely won't be able to.
We'll see about that. I ran into battle and began to use all of the abilities I had to take him down. But even with my webs, he was super tough. He quickly overpowered me and beat me down with his powerful attacks. I was only left with half a heart.
In your last words, little spider.
Suddenly, Venom was blasted by a light beam from Mr. Stark.
Might want to bring some sunglasses next time. Come on, Max.
With Venom incapacitated, the two of us made a run for it. On days 82 through 85, we managed to make it back to the base.
What the heck were you thinking?
I just wanted to impress you, so you could make me an Avenger.
Like I said, kid, these things take time. That being said, it's time to train. If you pass, I'll give you your new suit.
It's finished?
Yep, I completed it last night. Now come on, let's train.
The two of us returned to the same room as before, and this time skeletons were everywhere. I knew what to do. I began to fight them and take them down one by one. Wow, I really have gotten stronger.
Not bad, kid. Now it's time for your final test.
What's that?
Fight this guy.
Suddenly, a huge monster appeared in front of me. Bring it on, big guy! The battle began. I used my webs to deal damage from afar, but even with my new strength, he was powerful. Each hit he landed had crazy knockback. I wasn't sure if I could make it, but I managed to land the finishing blow. Woohoo!
Congrats, kid. You finally completed your training. Here's your reward.
He handed over a new set of armor, as well as a new web shooter. I put it on, officially making me the Iron Spider. With my new suit, I now had 25 hearts. This is amazing!
Give that fire aspect you requested a spin.
I tried it out and shot a giant laser, just like Mr. Stark's. I'm unstoppable! On days 86 through 90, I decided to add on to the tower more, converting Cap's room in the process. I even added the A. Thank goodness Tony has so much diamond. I also made the garden bigger, since the Avengers ate a shocking amount. After all the building, a note fell from the sky. What in the world? Hey, Spider-Man, meet me at these coordinates. We need to talk. Harry. I figured this might have been old Spider-Man's business, but I decided it was best to check it out. I followed the coordinates through multiple biomes until I reached a huge mansion. Cool. I entered the mansion to find Harry Osborn waiting inside for me.
Hello, Spider-Man. Or should I say Peter?
No, I'm not Peter.
Liar!
Suddenly, he began to attack me. I had no choice but to fight back. Ah! I'm not Peter Parker!
Yes, you are! And you killed my father!
He threw pumpkin bomb after pumpkin bomb at me. I did my best to avoid them, but it was a little hard to maneuver indoors. After a lot of fighting, I hit him, making him fall to the ground. I quickly took off my mask to reveal my identity. Look, man, I'm not Peter. My name's Max. Peter was killed by Venom.
What? That can't be true.
Yeah, it is. Sorry. Things got a bit awkward, so I left. On days 91 through 94, I decided it was finally time to finish building my base. Here goes nothing. I completed the top of the building, then added a meeting room with a round table and chairs, officially completing the Avengers Tower. I can't believe it's actually finished.
Hey, kid.
Oh, hey, Cap.
You ready for some training?
Training? With you? Of course. When do we start?
Now.
Suddenly, Captain America slammed me off the building with his shield. Hey, calm down, man!
You gotta be ready for anything, even the unexpected.
We began to fight it out. I had to be especially careful to avoid his shield. That thing does not obey the laws of physics at all.
I understood that reference.
I managed to find an opening and got some good hits on him. Finally, I bound him with webs and snatched his shield.
Nice job, kid.
Thanks. Well, I could have landed those punches a little bit better. Sorry, you probably want this back.
No, it's fine. Keep it for now. You're gonna need it.
Really? Awesome! Thanks! After a tough fight with Captain America, I wanted to test out his shield on some enemies. Wow, this thing is strong! On days 95 through 98, all of the Avengers asked to meet with me. What did you guys want to talk about?
I hate to say this, but I'm proud of you, kid.
You have shown tremendous courage.
You've triumphed in the face of challenging foes.
You lit a cave on fire and saved my ant friends.
Anyways, it's my honor to make you an official member of the Avengers. Congrats, kid.
Wow. Thank you guys so much.
You are also now worthy of this.
Thor gave me Mjolnir as a congratulatory gift. This is the best day of my life! After all of my struggles, all of my heartache, I was finally a member of the Avengers!
Also, we can't help you fight Venom.
What? Why?
Yeah, so this new dude, Thanos, is threatening to wipe out half the universe. Much bigger threat than Venom.
Oh man. On day 99, I packed up tons of food and organized my inventory for the final fight.
Good luck, man. We're all rooting for you.
And you're sure you can't come with me?
Nah, we're actually leaving now. You should see this guy. Huge purple dude.
Huh. Weird. After talking to Ant-Man, I began my journey. After a while, though, I started to lose hope. How am I supposed to find this guy? Luckily, in that moment, I spotted one of his goons. I went into stealth mode, following close behind him. After a lot of sneaking, the minion led me to a giant black structure. It was pretty gross, with tendrils sticking out of it. This must be the place. On day 100, I walked into Venom's lair. He was at the center of the room, on a white throne chair. Hey weirdo, your days of terrorizing this world are over.
No, it's just beginning. Soon all will be consumed by the symbiote. All consumed by Venom.
You know I can't let that happen. Right then, our final fight began. Venom didn't hold back though. Just like our previous fights, he was incredibly powerful. He was even able to summon zombies out of thin air. Ow, ow, ow! I threw everything I had at him. Mjolnir, Captain America's shield, and even my own webs. But nothing seemed to slow him down.
Is that it, little spider? You're gonna need to do better than that.
I ignored him, continuing to hurt him however I could. After a lot of fighting, it was actually working. Venom was getting tired. Now's my chance. I pulled out Mjolnir, striking him with lightning and setting him on fire.
No, we cannot die.
Venom died, and I saved the day. I did it! Oh, wait. I don't feel so good. I wonder how the other dudes are doing with Thanos.